What's up, it's Tony back with another episode of the It's Tony podcast. And I have to start with football because I am excited. Devontae Adams is finally a Jet. As a Jet fan, as a Aaron Rodgers fan, this is the best news that I've heard. Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers is like Kobe and Shaq. It's like Stockton and Malone. They are one of the best duos that I've ever seen, and the Jets offense needs another wide receiver. The Jets offense is very slow and it's not very explosive. And I don't believe that is because Aaron Rodgers is just old and not the same quarterback as he used to be. I believe that the Jets offense stinks because Aaron Rodgers doesn't trust all the wide receivers as much as he did when he was in Green Bay. I think Aaron Rodgers likes Garrett Wilson and Allen Lazard, but I don't believe that he has that connection that he really wants with neither one of those receivers like he has with Devontae Adams, where he can trust them to do what they're supposed to do and trust them to do everything that he needs them to do for the offense to be successful. Do I think adding Devontae Adams to the offense is good? Yes, but I don't believe that it's going to fix this offense. This offense is terrible. The run game is weak. Breece Hall hasn't looked that great, and the O-line looks terrible. Tyron Smith is supposed to be a veteran in the game, and he looks trash. He looks like he always needs help with his assignment. He's always making a mistake, and it's not just him alone. The whole offensive line struggles. So I don't think adding Devontae Adams will automatically fix the O-line problems and the running game, but I do think that it will give Aaron Rodgers another option and more comfort in the offense because he has Garrett Wilson, who is a budding superstar. Then he has Allen Lazard, who is not a great player, but he's a great role player, and Aaron Rodgers trusts him. And then he has Devontae Adams, a wide receiver that we already know he trusts, and a wide receiver who is a bona fide superstar. I hear a lot of people talking about Devontae Adams' age and whether he will help the offense, and I just think that's dumb. Devontae Adams is still great. He is still one of the best wide receivers in the league. And in my opinion, he's my favorite wide receiver, and he is the best wide receiver in the league. I know a lot of people like Justin Jefferson, and he's great, but I don't think that he's better than Devontae. And for the past couple of years, Devontae Adams had these backup quarterbacks as his starting quarterback, and they were struggling to get him the ball, and he still looked great. So what do you think he's going to do when he has Aaron Rodgers as his quarterback again? I know people want to talk about Aaron Rodgers' age, but when I watch these games, I don't feel like Aaron Rodgers isn't Aaron Rodgers anymore. Do I think that his mobility has went down? Yes. But I don't think that Aaron Rodgers' greatness depended on him being this mobile quarterback that everybody is speaking of. Yes, he could run a little bit and get out of the pocket quicker when he was younger. Yes, that is all true. But this season, I have still seen him be able to move in the pocket. The only thing is the O-line is so terrible that Aaron Rodgers doesn't have enough time to really get comfortable and move or get out of the pocket. Aaron Rodgers' margin for error is extremely small, especially because the offensive line is terrible and the whole offensive system is put on his shoulders as a 40-year-old quarterback. I was told and I heard over the years that the Jets only needed a good quarterback or a good enough quarterback. They got Aaron Rodgers, and now I see that they need everything. They need an offensive line. They need a running game. Breece Hall was supposed to be this great running back. I don't see him being that. Then they said that the defense is a great defense. And in my opinion, I don't see them being a great defense. Do I see them being good at times and being able to stop people at times? Yes. But if you watch that Buffalo Bills game, you seen that the Bills had a rookie running back running all over the Jets defense. And I don't think Aaron Rodgers nor Garrett Wilson nor Devontae Adams can fix that. The offensive line needs to be better and the defense needs to be better. And then let's not add the special teams. There's games where the defense is playing well and Aaron Rodgers is playing mediocre or good enough to get the Jets a win, and then you rely on a kicker and he's missing kicks. I've seen 2 games so far where the Jets could have won and they lost because a kicker couldn't kick. They lost the Broncos game because the kicker couldn't kick. Then they lost the Bills game because the kicker missed 2 kicks. So I know everybody want to put the blame on Aaron Rodgers and say he needs to be better, but I didn't think that the Jets would be this bad. I thought that Aaron Rodgers would be able to come on his team, be average to great, and they will be able to win. But it doesn't look like he could be anything below great because this team has so many flaws. All that being said, I am still excited. They are 2-4, and that is garbage. But as long as I can see Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams play catch on Sundays, I'm going to live with that. Because just the image of Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers being on a Pat McAfee show alone.
What's that? Well!
Made me excited to see what that duo will do next. Staying in the NFL, I seen an article that said Jay-Z and the NFL are continuing their Super Bowl halftime partnership. And this is more news that I am excited for because I believe that there will be more hip-hop during the Super Bowl. And I believe that that is just great for hip-hop. I think what Jay-Z is doing with the NFL is legendary and very impactful for black artists because it puts black artists on a huge stage where they can show their talent and where they can show their value. Even though black artists has proven that they are talented and valuable for years, I think that this just adds to the value and it is great to see. My question is, who do y'all want to see next perform on the Super Bowl stage? I know a lot of people wanted to see Lil Wayne this year, especially because it was in New Orleans, but it's Kendrick Lamar and there's no change in that. So who do y'all want to see next on the Super Bowl stage? I would love to see Drake. If Drake performs on the Super Bowl stage, it will be the best, most streamed, most viewed Super Bowl performance ever. And I'll argue with anybody. Speaking of Kendrick Lamar, did y'all see that he got 8 BET Hip Hop Awards? Now, congrats to him for winning those awards, but I have 3 questions. And maybe I have more questions, but these are the 3 questions I wrote down. 1, why didn't he go to the BET Hip Hop Awards? I've seen a lot of people making fun of the BET Hip Hop Awards, saying that it happened in a nightclub. And if it happened in a nightclub, I doubt that Kendrick Lamar would have went. But regardless of that, I still wonder why the big superstars don't go to the BET Hip Hop Awards, especially when they are getting awarded by a black award show. I think that they should go to BET Awards, the BET Hip Hop Awards. I think that it's just a good look and it shows that the BET Hip Hop Awards and the BET Awards has value. My other question is, do those superstars, Kendrick included, not value the BET Hip Hop Awards? Because when they first came out, you would see that Kendrick and artists of his same class, they would go to the BET Hip Hop Awards and BET Awards and they would do performances and cyphers. My question is, do they still value the BET Awards and the BET Hip Hop Awards? And if they don't value it, why don't they? Because a lot of people talk about not valuing the Grammys, but as soon as they get nominated or as soon as they know that they're going to win, they go to the Grammys. So why don't y'all go to BET Hip Hop Awards where y'all know y'all going to get nominated and where y'all know y'all going to get praised and y'all going to get praised by people that look like y'all? So do y'all value it and why not? Then my last question has something to do with them valuing it, because I wonder if the BET Hip Hop Awards or BET Awards hold any weight to them. And if it doesn't hold any weight to them, when did it start not holding weight? Because like I just said, if you look back in the 2000s, in the early 2000s, you will see a whole bunch of celebrities and superstars going to these awards and being proud to win these awards. What happened? How can BET get them to come back to the award shows? Staying in hip hop, Glorilla recently dropped an album, and when I listened to it, it was good. I like all of the songs that we already heard all of the singles that were already big, like Hold On or TGIF. Those songs are fire. Then I recently watched the video of Glorilla and Sexy Red, and that video is tough and the song is really good. So she has 3 certified songs that I already like. But there is one song on this album I didn't hear before the album came out. It's called Procedure with her and Lotto, and that song is fire. Lotto is really, really rapping on that song. She's rapping so well that I want to hear Lotto and J. Cole rap together, because she was getting in her rapper bag. Like, she sounded great. And I'm not the biggest Lotto fan, but she sounded great on that song. The album is good to me, and a lot of people are agreeing with that, and a lot of people really like this album, and you see it in the numbers. It is reported that Glorilla is supposed to sell about 60K her first week, and congratulations to Glorilla. When I seen that report, it made me question a lot of things, because I never thought that Glorilla would be selling more than Sexy Red, Ice Spice, or Lotto, especially Lotto. I thought that a lot of people saw Lotto as like the next female superstar, but she only sold about 29 and Glorilla sold 60K. That is fire. Am I surprised? Yes, I am very surprised, especially when I compared it to the people in her pack, the Sexy Reds, the Ice Spice, the Lottos, the JTs. I am surprised that Glorilla sold so much more than them. Glorilla sold about the same amount that Meg Thee Stallion sold. And I didn't think that she was nowhere near Meg Thee Stallion. So again, congratulations. But with seeing that report, I had a few questions. What is Glorilla doing that her peers aren't doing? How is she selling way more than them? Especially because some of her peers have big features. Sexy Red and Lotto have Drake features. How do you have Drake features and you can't outsell somebody without a Drake feature? In my opinion, that's a waste of a Drake feature. So what is Glorilla doing that they aren't doing? Ice Spice has a big song with Nicki Minaj. Glorilla don't have no big song with Nicki Minaj. So her peers have features with big names, but they aren't selling like her. And to me, I think that is concerning because it looks like a waste of a big feature. Because now if Glorilla gets a Nicki Minaj or a Drake feature, I believe her numbers is just going to skyrocket. But shout out to Glorilla for having a good album and selling 60K first week. That is a major success. And also shout out to CMG because it looks like they are managing her career very well. And it looks like they are developing her as an artist very well. The way that they were moving and pushing those singles like Hold On and TGIF, it showed that they were building momentum, building anticipation for the album. And now that the album is here, you see that they are reaping all the benefits from actually developing Glorilla as a star. And Glorilla is reaping the benefits of working hard. So shout out to her. Staying in music, the last topic I'm going to speak on today is Rod Wave. He recently put out an album and it is really good. It is really good. He has slaps on the album. And I don't understand why people don't like him. But I also don't understand why people love him so much. I believe that he makes great music, but it looks like he has a cult-like following. I read a report that said his last 5 albums have went platinum. That is crazy. I also seen somebody talk about the modern Big Three, and they put Rod Wave in it.
I do have a modern day big three,
Okay.
and none of those guys are included. So I would probably go Travis. I would probably go Rod Wave, and I'll probably
Okay.
go Playboy Cardi.
And it's hard to argue that when his last 5 albums went platinum. I went to a Rod Wave concert and I spoke about it before, but his concert was crazy. His fans stood up the whole time with flashlights on, singing every word to every song he performed. They are loyal to him. And another report came out saying that this album sold 130K, and it's just proven that he is a superstar in this current era. He is selling a lot first week, and he is doing it on a consistent basis. And the album is good. I have 3 songs from this album that I keep on replaying over and over. I'm playing the whole album over and over, but these 3 songs, every time I pass one of these songs, I play it over at least 3 times, and then I move to the next song. The first song is Fuck Fame with Lil Yachty and Lil Baby. That song is crazy. That song is crazy. And I hear a lot of people say they don't like the Lil Yachty verse, and I'm not a big Lil Yachty fan, but his verse was fire to me. His verse was better than Lil Baby and Rod Wave verse to me. The next song that I really like is called Federal Nightmares. And that song is great to put on for any person that is not a fan of Rod Wave because they feel like he only has sad songs and songs that are very slow tempo. That song is fire. That song is crazy. The last song that I've been playing over and over and over is Passport Junkies. I've been sending this song to anybody that can listen. Anybody that has ears, anybody that wants to listen to music, I've been sending this song to because this song is fire. This song is so good and it reminds me of one person. And I think that this one person, if they did a remix or a feature to this song would go crazy and you would see a whole bunch of people who making captions from this song. If Drake got on this song would go through the roof. This song is fire, and that Rod Wave album is fire. If you haven't listened to it, go listen to it because He is one of the next big superstars. And I plan on going to his concert November 1st in Dallas, Texas, because the last time I went to his concert, it was fire. So after I go to that concert, I'm going to talk about it on the pod. And hopefully it's as fire as the last Rod Wave concert that I went to, because I am excited. Thanks for watching. It's Tony from the It's Tony podcast. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and tell a friend to tell a friend. And I'll see you on the next video.